own teacher Ajahn Cha, who, being a monk, obviously you have a different value system when it comes to sensuality. You know, monks and nuns are celibate, and to live a celibate life, you know, in the world, obviously the monks and the nuns cannot really escape from the sensual objects out there, whether it's food or whether it's sex or whatever it's movies or whatever. So actually, how do you deal with this? And one of Ajahn Cha's stories was that when he was a young lusty novice, 18, 19 years of old age, with all the hormones running through him, he wanted to become a monk, but obviously he saw young Thai girls and he would have lust towards them. And so for 3 months, during our period of what we call rains retreat, the time when I don't come here, Sister Wyama doesn't come here, those of you who've been coming here for a long time know for 3 months we always go back into our monasteries. He was staying in a town monastery, so for 3 months he decided he would not look at any girl at all. He'd keep his eyes down or not even look at anybody, thinking that that type of restraint would overcome his lust. And so for 3 months he refused to even look at a girl. And he said what happened, for those 3 months he was fine. But after his resolution was completed, the first girl he looked at, he went crazy with lust. And this is one of the problems, that just not looking, not facing up to the problem, is actually not overcoming it. Actually makes it much worse. And that's why that asking people to cover up, or so the monks, so the nuns don't see anybody, or you to cover up, it doesn't really help the situation, because as soon as the covers are taken off, people actually go crazy. It's actually almost just suppressing something. If you suppress it and don't understand it, usually that there's a bigger explosion later on. The simile which I've often given, if anyone here is meditating, you feel like coughing, please cough straight away. Because if you don't cough straight away and you suppress it, when you do cough, it's like a volcano going off, and you just disturb everybody. And sometimes that type of suppression is typical of just some of the ways which we deal with the problems in our world. And so we live in such a world, we have to, instead of trying to cover up the triggers with burqas or with veils or with people dressing up in loose-fitting clothing and not accentuating your bodies and not wearing scents and makeup and goodness knows what else, that won't solve the problem. The problem has to be solved actually in one's relationship with the